Hello once again. In today's tutorial, I'm going to give you a brief yet comprehensive overview of all the tabs on the NICE controller. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a solid understanding of the interface and how to navigate it effectively to maximize productivity. Let's get started. Okay, so the first tab you will see on your controller is your Systems tab. And under your System tab, you have your basic information. This shows you the basic info of your system name, your model, the MAC address, the serial number, and system description. Over here, you can just input the system description. I'm going to be inputting, or just calling it main controller. That's my system description. I click apply. And after that, you have a version. See, the build is a 8.9 build. You have your OS info. See that the MCU controller mode it's on. Your system is currently on primary and not extender. So my system is on extender, is on primary, not extender. Then the TCP ports number, you can see that. Then status color coding. You need to always enable your status color coding so you know what's going on with your system. And after that, you have your library. The library shows you your OpenSSL, the version, the AV codec, the version, your UPnP, and then the version it's using. You also have the options of rebooting your system and your reset configurations. It's either you reboot your system or you reset configurations. Anyone choice. Next, you have your backup and restore. This just gives you the option of backing up to file or restoring from file. So here you have to configure your network. It's advisable you set it on your on static instead of dynamic. So please do not leave your network IP address. Don't leave your IP address on dynamic for your system. You give it a subnet mask. Now, whatever subnet mask you are giving it has to tally with the one on your router. Same with your gateway and your DNS server. I'm going to go back to network because I'm just going to show you an overview of everything here. We're not going to do that setting right now. Here it just shows you different controllers. This is your controller section. Here you have discovery. You need to enable scanner. When you don't enable your scanner, you won't be able to see the devices online. We can see the Wi-Fi networks available. You can see router board.com. You can see this next one, TP-Link technology. You can also see the SSID. You can see AD workshop. You can see Vitafoam. So these are just the Wi-Fi networks around that the system can see. And then here, this is an option for seeing installable Wi-Fi devices. You can also see installable devices, installed devices, identified devices, then other devices. Later on, we'll go deeply on this section because even look right now, it has seen other devices. You can see the IP address. Now, note this: devices whose IP address that you can see blue, highlighted blue, can be logged on through the internet. Do you see that? I just logged in. I just connected to this now. Now, if you know the password and then you type into it, you are done. You are in. So we'll go back. You can see that it has identified the device. This Hewlett Packard as an HP. So to tell you, I'm using a HP system. This is my PC. This is the MAC address. Now we're going down to your system time. On this tab here, you can set your time zone. Okay, we're going to set this time zone to my own time zone. You could either choose local time or you pick your time zone here. And mine would show Africa, Lagos. Yep, that's it over there. Then you can decide to choose your date display mode. I prefer to use date, month, and year. Actually, it makes more sense. I don't like this month, date, and year, but anyone's your choice. I prefer this date, month, and year. I don't want a 12 hours time, I want a 24 hours time. Set that, you click apply. So either you do that or you just sync system to cloud. And sync system to cloud, it does this automatically. Next, you go to your location and weather. Here you can set your location type. Maybe you want it to be a country or city. You can see country, state, city, latitude and longitude. You can even see the icon set which one do you want. Then you can see the you could choose zip or postal code. Input your postal code or your zip code, or then you put your latitude and longitude, or you put just latitude and longitude. Now you can get all of this information online. Okay, so this here just shows your geofences. And here's your language setup. Now you come down here to language. You can decide to choose English US, English AU, English GB, Spanish, Italian, French, Chinese. Your choice. Pick whatever seems suitable for you. You just pick. Now next you have your system modes. Default settings for system mode is just 2 modes, but you can add more. You could add 3 modes, you could add 6 modes, up to 10. Now let's add one more mode to this. They named it vacation, but I don't want it to be named vacation. I just want it to be I could decide to make it night time or party time. Your choice. You name it anything you want to name it, and you click on apply. The default system modes are usually home and away, and you can have more than those 2 modes. You can have 10 modes at a maximum. And here shows you your main tabs. That's these tabs on the tabs on your user interface. So these tabs are the tabs that you would see on your user interface, on your viewer. Okay, so let's go down to our viewer. Going up to the viewer. Now you can see your modes here, home and away. The party time mode which I just created won't show right now because I haven't done any settings. I haven't designed this, but this is just the default view. On the norm, you're supposed to see those tabs, but we've not done any of that, so it's just a blank space right now. Once we do that, you'll get to see that. That will be done in the next class. Now going back to our configurator, you usually have home, security, climate, lighting, media, messaging, irrigation, video, intercom, photos, pool, utilities. And these are all built in. You have custom. So you have your user 1, user 2. This custom you could decide to let's say we're giving it shades. I click on shades there, and that's what it will be. Or let's do this and select our icon. I could decide to do And I decide to just give this gates, just click OK. Then maybe add here as garage. So first thing first, if you want the icon, if you want to select a new icon, if you want a different icon, you have to set your icon first before clicking on the type of icon it is. You can see the first one we did, we clicked on type of icon it was, we clicked on shades, but it still had its default home icon settings there. So you just have to do that before you select the icon type. And then you can come here and name it whatever you want to name it. I want it to be named garage, but it's mostly best you follow the way it's already been done. Just follow the process. Here they didn't use all caps, they used capital letters at the first letter and then the rest all lowercase. So we're just going to have that as garage so that it can sync in well, and we have apply. So next we're going to modules. There are modules, licenses. You have your pro security, you can see installed permanent, pro clients, video irrigation, you can see everything, licenses here. You come to your active connections. This active connections shows devices that are currently or actively connected to the ELAN nice controller. Here you can see the connection time, 5 minutes 39 seconds. You can see the next viewer. So we turned on viewer 3 minutes ago and still really. You can see the communication here, data received, data transferred. That's all on the active connection. So you can just see your overview of CPU, the storage available, memory usage. You can see all of that. You can see your system stats, the CPU usage, main thread, MCU releasing thread. So SC300 input. You can see everything at 200 server. You can just see everything the CPU is. Now next we have your exceptions. This exception is very good for when you want to troubleshoot your system. You get to see what happened to the system. Right now we know that at 11/14/2024 12:51:59 a.m. system had a startup. You can also see here at 12:53 a.m. monitor also had a startup. You can see the timing, you can see everything that's been happening. Now this same day 12:51:55 a.m. system underwent an update. So you can just see it updating. So this just shows you what's been going on the system. Then here you have connections. Your connections shows you systems that have been connected on your SC300. It shows you the date and time, the action done, the group, the IP address, user. You can see the context of everything. Then we have system. Then we have your configuration. You can see what you configured, what we've configured so far. We did the configuration on the user tab, system modes, and then system time. You can see it was modified. You see the time and date. And that's that on system tab. Next we're going to security. Security shows you we have your communication device, security panels, door lock controls, door controls, custom pages, interface page, your climate control, thermostat, HVAC units, custom page interface, global functions, communication devices, lighting. We have content. We'll really go deep down into all of this later on in the class. We have media. This media is for your audios and videos. In this video, for cameras, you can see MVR or DVR, communication devices. And here you have messaging, email accounts, email message, your doorbells, push messages, however you want it. You have your irrigation, and you have your pool control, utilities, you have appliances, energy devices, air devices, water devices, whatever you want. You have interface here, you have global options, communication device. So this interface just shows you the devices that are connected to your ELAN viewer. So device connected to your ELAN viewer. Currently, we don't have any other laptops or touchpads or phones that are connected to this controller. Now I'm going to change most of the settings later on, but we've currently not done any settings on this controller. So later on we'll get to do all of that. And this your input, output. You can see your IR senders, HTTP devices, serial devices, output controllers, input controllers. You have your numeric inputs, you have your triggers, state inputs, event mapper. Here, this is where you set your if this or that, your if else commands. This is where you do everything. You have the layout. This shows you the layout of the building. So that will be all for this class.